My name is Immanuel Baldwin. I am the director of Love and Water. For those that are interested, this is my daughter, Melody. She's joining on this Q&A session with me. And the film is about a detective who got fired from the force after some dirty things went down, and what he would do in terms of finding out who did a crime and how to solve it. Really, the story is about, how far would someone go? What deep, dark secrets do people have? And, how dirty most normal people really are. I shot this film in October of 2017 or 2018. It was designed to be an episodic, so we would go back and kind of reintroduce these characters and kind of dive into what the narrative is like for each of those people that we see. And with that film, I even try to do a little things, tell stories through like the photographs and through other means besides, monologuing or things like that. So it's funny that you asked me that, because I am working on something that's called Wells. Caleb Pearson's writing it, and it is a continuation of this story, just in reverse. So think of that as the end of his journey, and now we're rewinding all the way back to, to the beginning. Yeah.
And will a lot of the same actors and crew be involved in
that? So a lot of the same actors will be involved. We've made quite a significant overhaul with crew. In fact, the biggest change is the change in Dixon Wells' character. So we flipped Vic and Harold. We just reversed them. So Harold is now Dixon Wells, and we changed the dynamic for race. And Vic is going to be one of the arch nemesis in the show. So, to my knowledge, I haven't gotten a locked script yet. So, I mean, that is what I'm hoping makes it into that final draft. So,
writer of that project, write Love and Water too.
Yeah. Caleb Pearson. He's a Milwaukee native, actually. Super talented writer. He's more about the process of writing rather than let me hurry up and get something out. So, I mean, it took us a while to write that and to kind of see how we were going to connect the dots. So now it's just a matter of connecting the dots.
I mean, you grew up in Milwaukee, going to the Art Institute, learning filmmaking, and starting off being a filmmaker yourself.
I did. So the art school was really beneficial in the fact that it linked me to you guys, actually. Whereas, most filmmakers think that they have to go out west or out east or somewhere far away from home to make the projects they want to make. And, it wasn't until I met you guys that I figured out that, like, you can make the stories you want to make where you're from. And really, I think my stance on filmmaking and on directing and on creating has changed since then as well. I think it becomes more of a why instead of a how thing. So my stance on filmmaking is now making projects that ask questions instead of trying to make what's cool or what I think is cool, but what can I do to stand myself aside from everyone else, but also to ask questions that actually matter. So yeah, it wasn't, the Art Institute is definitely, I give them props for linking me to you guys and, that circle of filmmakers and whatnot, because that definitely changed how I thought about getting into the industry and, what types of projects I've actually been a part of to this date.
So are you interested in staying in Milwaukee and being a filmmaker here?
I'm interested in, it's only until recently, because right now I work for a marketing firm, and right now I'm in the stance that I'm a storyteller, and whether I need to tell a story in book format or virtual reality or a film, I just want to be able to tell the story. Like it doesn't matter so much to me, the medium anymore. So I mean, if I end up staying here in Milwaukee, which I mean, I will be, my fiance, Emily, we have a 14-year-old. So once he's done with high school, then we'll look into options as far as moving away. But I think Milwaukee is it for at least the time being. And I enjoy traveling too. So, but really, Milwaukee's got so much talent, Ross, and it's crazy because it's pocketed talent. So you don't know until you know, and then it's always too late. So
I always found talent, and I think we discussed this a few times in the past, a bit segregated in terms that everyone's got their little cliques. But I see that kind of not being so anymore because of the social media and everything. People are connecting outside of their little bubbles more.
for a while, I think Wisconsin, the Milwaukee creative group was segregated from those that had that ad experience, the agency experience, and then the film guys who went out west but are from here and then came back and are doing their own things, and then the private sector of videographers and stuff like that. So it's definitely different because within the last couple of years, I know I haven't put out more recent work, but I've been able to network with a lot more people than I would have normally been able to.
Thank you, Immanuel.
No, thank you.